we're already warming up quite nicely across the area as we head into the afternoon, with highs today expected to climb into the 90s once again, especially the further east you go. Even out west, we'll see upper 70s and low 80s. But the further east you go toward and east of I-29, we may run into a couple of isolated showers and a couple of thunderstorms as well. Pretty quiet tonight, but warm, low to mid 60s for lows in many locations. At best, we're talking about mid 50s to the west and southwest. More on your forecast is on the way, but until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Wildfire smoke continues to spread across the U.S. as Canadian wildfires remain strong. Plus,
an explosion at a major dam in Ukraine forces thousands to evacuate. I'm Natalie Brandt with the impact and international reaction to the attack.
Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. Imagine being followed and shot at by a car full of people whom you've never met. Sioux Falls police say that's exactly what landed two men in the Minnehaha County Jail last night. And this Midday police are still looking for two other people who were involved in the crime. Police say an 18-year-old man and woman were driving near the Empire Mall around 7:30 last night. That's when another car started following them, and the victims saw someone inside that car flash a gun. Police say the suspects and victims didn't know each other, and when the victims drove to a West Side trailer park, the suspects followed them and started shooting.
We had several witnesses that saw this take place. There were two guys that were hanging out of the car firing guns at the victim's car while they were driving.
No one was hurt, but police found bullet holes in multiple cars. In one instance, a 3-year-old child was playing nearby when it happened. Police say the driver also rammed into an unmarked police vehicle. So far, authorities have made 2 arrests. Police say the driver was 21-year-old Aaron Ramos and 18-year-old Quentin Jackson was a passenger. Both men face several charges. Ramos is accused of DWI and aggravated assault on law enforcement. Police are still searching for the 2 other people who were inside the car. Sioux Falls Animal Control is looking for more information about a dog that bit a woman. Reports say the woman was bit on the leg by an unleashed black and white pit bull mix. According to Animal Control, there were 2 Hispanic men walking with the dog along with 3 other dogs. One man was wearing all black clothing with white on his shirt. The other man was wearing all blue clothes with his arm in a sling. They were both last seen walking towards downtown. Animal Control would like to verify the dog's vaccinations. Turning to weather, it's hot out once again. Looks like we're going to see temperatures around 90s for a few days here, right, Adam?
Yeah, pool weather. That's
hey, yeah.
The take-home message here. The next couple of days are perfect pool weather, at least on the thermometer side of things. In terms of what we get in the skies, well, we'll go into a little more detail on that. As we hit the lunch hour in Sioux Falls, we are already almost at 90, 89 at the airport. This is a view to the northeast with a variable breeze of 5 miles per hour. Also notice a little bit of a milky sky in the distance. We'll talk about that in a moment. But from downtown, we'll take a look at the marina in Yankton. A great day to be on the water if you have the chance to do so. 86 with a calm breeze down to the south and east. We do have a little bit of wildfire smoke in the atmosphere. Nothing as bad as what we had seen last month. I will say that much. However, if we were to zoom out a little bit more, we can go to the It Could Be Worse department. You notice all of those dots up in central and northern parts of Quebec. That is a lot of smoke headed down to the south into New England and the mid-Atlantic states as well, all up and down the I-95 corridor from Boston through New York, Philadelphia, and eventually down toward the Carolinas. So they are dealing with the worst of it. We just have some of the residual stuff that's off to the side. Still, though, it's hindering us from having a perfectly blue sky kind of day. Although at that point, we're getting a little bit nitpicky. Satellite and radar is going to stay pretty quiet for a little while longer. We have those fair weather clouds in place for the time being. We may billow up and see an isolated thunderstorm or 2 later in the evening. For now, though, we'll be on either side of 90 for southeastern and northeastern KELOLAND, closer to and east of I-29. I cannot rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm later in the day. Otherwise, I think we're more dry than wet for basically the entirety of the region. As we head out west, more of the same, 80s and low 90s, even low 80s toward Rapid City and the hills, where they'll also have a bit more of a breeze out of the south to deal with. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast, including when we get a break from these well above average temperatures and back off to slightly above average. That's coming up in a little bit.
Thank you, Adam. 4 South Dakota firefighters are stationed in northern Minnesota along the Canadian border. The fire department posted this picture of the engine 611 on Twitter. The South Dakota crew is on hand in case a fire breaks out because of the extremely dry conditions in the area. To give you an idea of just how dry it is, the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources reported 50 wildfires over the Memorial Day weekend. As you head north, conditions only get worse. More than 400 wildfires were burning across Canada yesterday, with 249 of the blazes still considered to be out of control. Satellite footage provided by the Cooperative Institute for Research in the Atmosphere shows wildfire smoke spreading down into the northeastern United States yesterday. Federal investigators are on the scene of a deadly small plane crash in a remote part of Virginia, trying to answer numerous questions, including when the pilot became unresponsive and why the aircraft went way off course. 3 passengers and the pilot were killed in the Sunday crash. At one point, the New York-bound plane breached Washington, D.C. airspace, prompting 6 U.S. F-16 fighter jets to scramble to escort the plane. Later this month, the NTSB plans to issue their first report on what may have caused the crash. An explosion at a dam is causing massive flooding in Russian-controlled territory in Ukraine. Both Russia and Ukraine say this is no accident. Natalie Brand has details from Washington.
Rushing floodwaters caused by an explosion at a hydroelectric power plant and dam in southern Ukraine threatened the already battered war zone. Police have begun to evacuate elderly people as thousands live in the water's path, including the key city of Kherson. The dam in Russian-controlled territory holds back a reservoir the size of the Great Salt Lake in Utah. It provides water for drinking and agriculture, as well as cooling reservoirs for the critical Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.
Our current assessment is that there is no immediate risk to the safety of the plant. We are following this by the minute, as you can imagine.
Some international law experts say it could be a war crime as Ukraine and Western allies blame Russia for the attack.
I can already say that the destruction of Nova Kakhovka Dam brings the targeting of civilian infrastructure and civilians in Ukraine to unprecedented new level.
The explosion comes as Ukraine says it is ready for a long-planned counteroffensive to retake land currently held by Russia. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Experts are warning of a potential environmental disaster. Ukraine says 150 tons of oil have already spilled into the Dnipro River.